Vanakkam everybody. This is Dr. A. Rajeshwari, Assistant Professor, Department of Curriculum Planning and Evaluation, Tamil Nadu Teachers Education University, Chennai. Now in this video, I discuss about what is curriculum, definition of curriculum, curriculum implementation and its steps, supporters of the curriculum development, dimension and stages of curriculum, need for curriculum implementation and some models of curriculum implementation. Finally, factors influencing the curriculum development. Do you know what is curriculum? It means that cumulative tradition of organized knowledge, moreover modes of thought, race experiences, otherwise guided experiences, further planned learning environment, particularly instructed that cognitive and affective content and process. An instructional plan necessary for the current technological world. It gives a technological system of production, especially instructional ends or outcomes. Totally, curriculum means a great experiences for us both inside and outside of the school or classes. We know where the term curriculum came from. The term curriculum is derived from the Latin word currir, which means a race course taken by horses. In education, curriculum may be taken to mean a race course taken by the educational process. It means curriculum is all learning experiences a child has under the guidance of a teacher. What is clear from this? The curriculum, which can be defined as all the learning experiences and intended learning outcomes systematically planned and guided by the school through the reconstruction of knowledge which recognized as cognitive, affective and psychomotor development of the learner. Next, curriculum implementation. What is curriculum implementation? Curriculum implementation is the practical application of theory into practice in a way that the eventual outcome is evidenced through the learner's performance in and outside of the classroom. Curriculum implementation process involves helping the learner acquire knowledge or experience. So, very important point to note that curriculum implementation cannot take place without the learner. What can we say from this? The learner is the central figure of the curriculum implementation process. In this process, there are various factors that also influence curriculum implementation, like the resource materials and facilities, the teacher, the school environment, culture and ideology, instructional supervision and assessment also included that. In the implementation process, the learner acquires the intended experiences, knowledge, skills, ideas and attitudes that aimed at enabling the same learner to function effectively in a society. Therefore, putting the curriculum into operation requires an implementing agent. Educators identifies the teacher as the agent in the curriculum implementation. They argue that implementation is the manner in which the teacher selects and mixes the various aspects of knowledge contained in a curriculum document or syllabus into practice. So, curriculum implementation refers to how to plan or officially design course of studies. It is translated by the teacher into syllabuses, schemes of work and lessons to be delivered to students. The implementation as an essential part of curriculum development brings into survival the predicted changes. The changes can occur in several ways. The two strongest ways are slow change. This occurs, for instance, when we incorporate minor adjustments in the course schedule, when we add some books to the library, or when we update the unit plan, etc., is a slow change. According to this method, we do not completely change anything in this curriculum. We have to make some changes only. Next, rapid change. This happens as a result of few new knowledge or social trends influencing the curriculum, such as computers education being introduced in the curriculum, etc. So, in this method explains how we will be delivering an innovative knowledge and how we can use technology to adapt to the current social environment. Next, we will take about the definitions of the authors regarding curriculum implementation. Garba viewed curriculum implementation as the process of putting the curriculum into work for the achievement of the goals for which the curriculum is designed. Wokibokulo described the curriculum implementation as the translation of the objectives of the curriculum from paper to practice. EOV sees curriculum implementation as the translation of theory into practice or proposal into action. Job also viewed curriculum implementation as the task of translating the curriculum concept into operating curriculum by the combined efforts of the teachers and society. Phelan is of the opinion that curriculum implementation is a process of putting a document or an instructional program into practice. What we understand from the above definition: curriculum is the vehicle that contains the goods. In this place, goods means contents. The teacher is the driver who delivers the goods to the consumers of the goods. Here, consumer means learners. So, the teacher is at the center of activity in the curriculum implementation. Overall, curriculum means the instrument that dictates the affairs of every educational system. Next, steps to be taken in the curriculum development. To ensure the quality of education, schools should be actively involved in curriculum development and implementation. Curriculum development involves the following steps. First, what are the children's needs? Identifying the learning needs of the children. Setting priorities in this learning needs for curriculum development is second step. What are the sources available in the school or society? Is the third step. It is searching and retrieving resource from within and outside of the school. Next, we plan the curriculum design. So, designing the curriculum programs is the fourth step. How shall we implement the curriculum? Implementing curriculum programs is the fifth step. At last, what are the outcomes of the program? So, evaluating the effectiveness of curriculum programs is the sixth step of implementation. Finally, how well adopt the students? Teachers uses the program, making adaptation to curriculum. For example, let's take B.Ed trainee teachers. What are their today's need? B.Ed trainees need first step of curriculum development. We are the curriculum developer. We decide artificial intelligence is the most important need in the current situation. We have already included our syllabus of Indian history, child psychology, knowledge and curriculum, philosophy, pedagogy, technology. Similar like this, artificial intelligence are important in our day-to-day life. Next, searching the resources. We decide the one subject is artificial intelligence. In the B.Ed course, we know it relevant to robotic education. So, we need fully equipped computer lab. It means college have fully furnished technology articles. It is the third point of the curriculum development, searching the resources. Next, design the program. The technology is framed from the beginning to end. What lessons we can incorporate into this subject? It is the fourth step. Next, implementation step. We need to include proper sessions in the students' books and to train the faculties to respective artificial intelligence. To evaluate the students is the next step. The faculty can know their knowledge through assessing them by designing their own writing project and test. Finally, artificial intelligence is the future in the upcoming years, increasingly globalized world. Educators, politicians, parents and corporations across the globe have called for major school reforms by restructuring the curriculum. Next, supporters of the curriculum development. Curriculum development is to ensure their support for the new curriculum and contributions are enlisted. Such people include the teachers, educational officers from the Ministry of Education headquarters to field officers, parents, religious leaders, politicians, professional bodies and the general public. Through their effort, they will enhance the success of the entire curriculum process. Next, we want to know about the concept of curriculum implementation. The concept of curriculum implementation as the actual engagement of learners with planned learning opportunities. There are three dimensions of curriculum concept. First, they explicit that the curriculum includes not only syllabi or listing the contents. It is a detailed analysis of their other elements such as aims and objectives, learning experiences and evaluation, as well as recommendations for interrelating them for optimal effect. Second, curriculum comprises planned or intended learning, calling attention to unexpected situations which necessarily may occur in the classroom practices. Thirdly, curriculum and instruction are inextricable. Rightly contended that curriculum is part of teaching, not separate from it. Therefore, the most agreed basic notion of the curriculum is that it refers to a plan for learning. So, the overall assessment is that curriculum is an interrelated set of plans and experiences which a student completes under the guidance of the school. Next, stages in curriculum process. When in the midst of learning activities, the teacher and learners are involved in negotiation aimed at promoting learning. This is the interactive stage of the curriculum process. This takes place in the classroom through the effort of the teachers, learners, school administrators and parents. It also integrates the application of physical facilities and the adoption of appropriate pedagogical strategies and methods. The quality of curriculum implementation of any society is the foundation of its political, economic, scientific and technological well-being. In this place, the name for the teacher is curriculum implementer. Next, new curriculum concept. Curriculum conceptualized as culture educates us to pay attention to belief systems, values, behaviors, language, artistic expression, the environment in which education takes place, power relationships, and most importantly, the norms that affect our sense about what is right or appropriate. It is as a functions as a mirror that reflects cultural beliefs, social and political values and the organization. Next, hidden curriculum contains underestimated importance of the dynamics of human interactions in organizational behavior, which are imperceptible but have a powerful influence on institutional culture or climate. In this place, culture refers to the values and symbols that affect organizational climate. The values that are transmitted literally from one generation of the organization to another. Why do we need this curriculum development in education? Science and technology is gradually rising and making good progress in the field of education. In 18th century is beginning of industrial culture. It focused on building weaving loom. Steam machines are said to be Industry 1.0. Next, the beginning of 20th century marked the start of second industrial revolution, the Industry 2.0. The industries increased production using electric power. In the late 20th century, the advancement of science introduced computer automation that improved the productivity is called in Industry 3.0. Next, the Industry 4.0 uses cyber physical systems to share analysis and guide intelligent actions of various processes in industry to make the machines smarter. With the gradual growth of science, we are in the need of using science and technology in education as well. This change in the education system can be achieved through various models of the curriculum implementation. Let's see some of the common models in the curriculum implementation. First one is overcoming resistance to change, ORC model. Second one, leadership obstacle course model. This is called as LOC model. Next, third one is linkage model. Fourth one, organizational development model. This is called OD model. Fifth one is rand change agent, RCA model. First, ORC model. This model focuses on gaining supporters and sharing power equally between administrators and teachers. The ORC model focuses on allowing for the personal needs of the teachers to be addressed through maintaining high flexibility in the implementation. The ORC model focuses on change from the perspectives of the teacher. In this model, there are 4 stages as listed below. First one is unrelated concerns. Second, personal concerns. Third, task-related concerns. Fourth, impact-related concerns. The first stage is unrelated concerns. It is a stage of indifference. It means lack of interest in faculties. A teacher is aware change but do not see how it relates to their own life. As such, the teacher is not worried about whatever innovation is coming. An example might be hearing about efforts to bring online learning to a school. The teacher knows this innovation is out there, but it has not impacted them yet. Next, stage 2, personal concerns. The teacher is now concerned with how the new innovation or curriculum will impact their life personally. For example, an English teacher wrestling with how using online learning will affect what they are trying to do in the classroom. Next, stage 3, task related concerns. The teacher is thinking about how to use the new curriculum or innovation. Questions begin to go through their head in terms of application. For the online learning example, the teacher may wonder about such problem as how much time will it take to learn this? What are the best ways to use the new innovation? What kind of support will I get? These are just some of the many questions that are possible. Next, the stage 4 is impact related concerns. Now the teacher has taken their focus of their performance and is now worried about how this will affect the students. At this stage, teachers are focusing on their students, peers, and school. For the online learning example, teachers start to wonder how online learning will benefit the students. A teacher may start to wonder how other teachers are doing as they try to use this new innovation. The shift here is from self to others. Next, LOC model. LOC is the abbreviation for Leadership Obstacle Course Model. This model treats staff resistance to change as problematic and proposes that we should collect data to determine the extent and nature of the resistance in implementing the curriculum. This can be carried out by the following. The organizational members must have a clear understanding of the proposed innovation. Next, individuals within the organization must be given relevant skills so that they possess the capabilities required for carrying out the innovation. Next, the necessary materials and equipment for the innovation must be furnished. If need be, the organizational structure must be modified so that it is well suited with the innovation being suggested. The participants in the innovation must be motivated to spend the required time and effort to make the innovation a success. The LOC model considers educational change as a sequence of 3 stages: initiation, second attempt implementation, and third one is incorporation. We should note here that implementation obstacles solved at one point at a time using this model may rise again at another point. This model therefore has a feedback and monitoring mechanism to determine if problems once solved keep repairing and so on. Next, linkage model. The linkage model recognizes that there are innovators in research and development centers such as the universities. Educators in the field sometimes, however, Find some items that are innovative and inappropriate for solving the problems. What is therefore needed is a match between the problems and innovations to establishment of linkages with the established research centers. This model imagines two systems. First one is user system and second one is resource system. There has to be a link between these two systems. The resource systems should have a clear picture of the curricular users' problems. If it is to retrieve or create appropriate educational packages, a successful resource system must proceed through a cycle of diagnosis, search, retrieval, fabrication of solution, distribution, and evaluation in order to test out its product. Thus, in the linkage model, the basic process is the transfer of knowledge. Next, organization development process model. It's called OD model. This OD process is based on the Axon research model, which begins with an identified problem or need for change. The process proceedings through assessment, planning of an intervention, implementing the intervention, gathering data to evaluate the intervention, and determining if satisfactory progress has been made or if there is need for further intervention. The process is a cycle and ends when the desired developmental result is obtained. Organization development refers to the various ways and procedures to increase the productivity and effectiveness of an organization. Organization development includes the various techniques which help the employees as well as the organization adjust to changing situations in a better way. The concept of organization development enables the organization to achieve the targets and meet the objectives at a much faster rate. Next, the employees as a result of organization development respond better to changes in the work culture. Next, organization development helps the employees to focus on their jobs and contribute in their best possible way. It can also begin when leadership has a vision of a better way and wants to improve the organization. An organization does not always have to be in trouble to implement organization development activities. Once the decision is made to change the situation, the next step is the assess situation to fully understand it. Next, the assessment can be conducted in many ways, including documentation review, organizational sensing, focus groups, interviewing, or surveying. Next, during and after implementation of the intervention, relevant data is gathered. The data gathered would be determined by the change of goals. For example, if the intervention were training and development for individual employees or for work groups, data to be gathered would measure changes in knowledge and competencies. The data is used to determine the effectiveness of the intervention. It is reported to the organization's decision makers. Next, Rand Change Agent Model. That is called RCA model. In this RCA model suggests that organizational dynamics seem to be the chief barriers to change. As in ORC and LOC models, it puts forward the following three stages in the change process. First one is initiation, second one implementation, third one incorporation. Initiation. At this stage, the curriculum developers work to secure the support for the anticipated change. To support a change such as a new program, people must understand and agree that it is authentic. Thus, the curriculum implementation activity requires the personal backing of the individuals involved. For example, at this stage, we would inform the teachers about the need for change and how it might take place. Implementation. At this stage, the proposed change, that is the new program and the organizational structure, are adjusted to operationalize the change. Next, incorporation. During this stage, the changes implemented become part of the established program. The assumption behind this is that the success of the implementation is a function of the characteristics of the proposed change, the abilities of the academic and administrative staff, the readiness of the local community, and the organizational structure. During the incorporation stage, the changes implemented become part of the established program. At this stage, the program implemented is provided with the necessary employees and financial support. Next, factors that influence curriculum development. Several factors affect all curriculum development in meeting the needs of 21st century learners in both organized academic settings and corporation learning centers. Factors affecting curriculum development include government rules, which in turn brings other factors into the process. Valid curriculum development requires awareness of the diversity of the target community socially, financially, and psychologically. First one is political, second social, third economic, fourth technological, fifth environmental, sixth one is child psychology. These are the factors influence curriculum development. First one is political factor. Politics affect curriculum development in numerous ways. How politics influences curriculum design and development starts with funding. Both private and public educational institutions trust on the funding for engagement employees, building and maintaining facilities and equipment. All aspects of curriculum depend on local, state and national political standards. Example, politics affects curriculum development from defining goals, interpreting curricular materials to approving examination systems. Next, social factor. Society has its own expectations about the aims and objectives that should be considered when designing the curriculum. It also has a perception of what the product of the school system should look like. It is therefore necessary for curriculum designers to take into account these societal considerations. Example, subjects which has gender education and political economy have proved difficult to include in the curriculum because of the resistance from some religious groups. Third one is economic factor. Economics influences curriculum development. Curriculum developed for in-house training in corporations focuses on educating employees for promotions that bring better returns in profits. Nations and financing education expect an economic return from educated students contributing to the country's economy with the global competition abilities in technical fields. Example of nations financing education expect an economic return from educated students contributing to the country's economy with global competition abilities in technical fields. Next one is technological factor. Technology driven curriculum development is the norm of the 21st century. The computer technology of the 21st century influences curriculum development at every level of learning. Learning centers and classrooms increasingly provide computers as request in interaction for studies among students. Technological multimedia use influences educational goals and learning experiences among students. For example, undergraduate and graduate degrees in computer technology increases in popularity. Diversity of curriculum development effect from diversity opens learning opportunities. Social diversity including religion, culture and social groupings affects curriculum development because these characteristics influence the types of topics and methods for teaching information. Developing relevant curriculum takes into account society's expectations, accommodating group traditions and promoting equality. Fifth one is environmental factor. Environment issues affect curriculum development. World awareness and action toward reversing and ending pollution continues affecting curriculum development. Typical elementary classrooms teach recycling and healthy environmental practices. For example, higher education in the sciences offer environmentally focused degrees. For example, environmental degree, biotechnology degree, etc. Finally, child psychology factor. Many students with a master's or PhD degree in developmental psychology work in educational settings as school psychologists, which makes sense when considering the emphasis placed on the formative years. However, there are several developmental psychology concentrations available on which students can focus: developmental studies for educators, aging, infancy, childhood or adolescence, lifespan development, biological basis of development. For example, the developmental psychology curriculum examines the changes in personality, cognitive ability and behavior throughout the lifespan. Therefore, in addition to preparing themselves for a rewarding career, students enrolled in developmental psychology curricula will also learn and understand more about themselves as they study them scientific conclusions made by experts in the field. We have now come to the conclusion of this session. The curriculum implementation is not a finished product cast in stone. The change in human's life is natural. Science and technology is evolving to adopt this change. Therefore, it is necessary to prepare and implement new syllabus in educational curriculum. The progress of their country lies in the educational development of that country. So we understand the factors influencing the above mentioned curriculum development, steps in the curriculum implementation, and to follow the models of the curriculum implementation will help us to achieve our aim. Okay, I am grateful to you for patiently listening to my video. Thank you very much.